Imagine fresh local rice we get fine color and sweet aroma. Na all man import. Imagine the money where we farmer them go make. Then imagine how this go help we economy and go better with country tomorrow. Let we support we own farmer them. Where you buy local rice, you dey feed your family and you dey make Salone better. This message is brought to you by the Regional Rice Value Chain Project and its funding partners, supporting farmers, feeding Sierra Leone.
Good day, Salone, and welcome to another edition of Go Salone, the program where they talk about agriculture, food security, and national development. Now, the Regional Rice Value Chain Project bring this program come for we support farmer them where they grow rice and make sure say rice farming go up Salone go before. Me na Memuna Tusuma, and today we will look at one area of science where very important, but plenty people, especially farmers, no get idea about entomology, the study of insects them and how then they affect farming. We guess na Mohammed Savior Samu, CEO for Ethnotech Innovations, one young Salone innovator way don't tap into the power of insects them, not to for kill them all, but for use them wisely as fertilizer for plant and food for animal. Mohammed go help you understand how insects are important for sustainable agriculture in a Salone. Welcome, Mohammed, to Go Salone.
Welcome. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, let me start from the top. Plenty people don't know what entomology mean. You go help you understand what this mean and how it relate to everyday farming activity in a Salone.
First of all, I'm an applied entomologist. So I train na Europe. I first start na Valencia Polytechnic University in Spain. And then I go na University of Padova, Italy. You know, insects get several things around. First, farmers they know them for be pests. Then they disturb waterman like the mosquitoes, so we know. And we get the other one the way they disturb, we farm them seriously. For example, the fall armyworm. But then we get other insects then they okay able to use. We're able to control the other insects them. Because the science is simple. The insects where they feed on crop, there is likelihood to see other insects, that particular that insect, either na food form or na house for host in picking them, in future picking them. What I mean about that, Andy? You dey only see insects that you farm as pests, where the other insects, where they feed on that particular insect, not the.
Okay.
Now they see that insect as pests. But if the population of that insect, where they kill out that insect or they survive on that insect, boku in that particular area.
Like which kind insects and so?
For instance, we get one that we call parasitoid. Parasitoid is that insect that where they lay the egg inside other insects. They defend the insect. Now inside it they go lay the egg, and then they pick it and grow. And mostly they lay the egg inside other insects that will not pest for we. So as entomologists, what they do, we try for study and identify them kind of insect in there. So if we don't sabi them, we grow them na lab on a very large scale, and then we release them na the farm. So if na pest, then go lay egg inside all the pests that they disturb it. The next time they not get for grow again. Because they get for born other insects that they feed on them, instead of born their own kind. We got that insect that they call it predators. Then they eat that insect directly. We get some beetles them. You can get some small insect them. We find so. You get red, you get green, you get one. These are predators them. Then they feed on other insects them. Now most society. But people don't understand that because it's not useful
as
like
how fish they feed on a company fish.
Yes, of course. Yeah. So beetles then get so many impacts. So we get that part in the entomology. We get the other one, of course. Everybody, most Sierra Leoneans, they know termites.
Yeah.
You know, be small like village where in the camp where they put the light on
Yes.
for attract the termites them. We they feed on them also because now protein source for human being. We can also eat insect like crickets. Picking and the horns and they eat. We also get this palm weevil. We can eat them as insects. But now what's interesting they happen at that they want for them on an industrial scale. They can process them in different form and make it available for people.
Okay.
The other side of the insects, we very interesting. That we they use them as food for fall them. You they see cockroach, fall the run behind cockroach no so. Cockroach are insects. But get special insect they will go real. For instance, the black soldier fly we they work on now in a Salone. Who they use the maggots. We feel for them, not to fall and no more they eat them. Fish themselves, they eat them. And the protein with that maggots they get, they outweigh the protein they get from fish. Scientifically proven. And that same insects they, we don't get them, and what they feed on, now waste. Like them food scrap them, or you don't do you harvest. If you're not vegetable, you harvest that half on the way. You able to process them, you give to that insect, you eat them. It they give you fertilizer. Because when you eat, it excrete, they remove always once again in canda or in shelf or the balanced food they left. Now high source of organic fertilizer. Now we don't try them, although we establish them say they work in a Salone. We currently like na Cambia na we lab you go the night say we fertilizer they use them for grow corn.
Okay.
So that's it.
So, as you don't mention, research they should say fertilizer na big problem for farmer them na Salone, apart from the tools that we then can cry see they not get. The 2015 food security report say over 19% of farmer them complain say they know they get access to fertilizer. From your own experience, how serious this problem be now in 2025?
I think say from 2019 it's possible because we get Russia and Ukraine war. Supply chain disruption be they seriously. The fertilizer what they use in this country na import to the importer. Now we see how the geopolitics they do. One country they see don't know what they say, no want it for paddy again. So assuming that country they rely on forgets fertilizer. So the future of the world, what they see based on the geopolitics now that each and every nation for stand by itself and start for do something for itself. If we say we want for feed this country, firstly, the fertilizer we need for grow we crop them, now we need for the producer in this country. We not go they rely on fertilizer with the imports in this country, we feel to say we able feed we save. What if that source of the fertilizer they come on tomorrow and say they not like with business? What's it go happen? Therefore, it's a serious problem. So we need to be very conscious, specifically the young generation, that we need fertilizer. But what's even bad about fertilizer, we maybe that report not capture. Now that the fertilizer used in this country, the soil will swell them. Because the soil itself comprise organism them.
And I
living organism them.
Also the lead for we know they get good quality food.
Of course.
Because you can remember say we go buy pepper in a market. You only go take one day. If you not refrigerate them, and the next other day you go don't see it don't spoil.
Na chemical they eat.
Apply to every other food we go, every other vegetable we go buy in a market. So like it really hard trending and wait you fit to say now the solution to that particular issue the way farmers then they face.
I think say we the young people the way they come and don't see alternative means for bringing fertilizer at the table for need for really treat this particular issue with high level of seriousness. For instance, we own company. Now we want for use insects and wait till they feed them. Now organic waste. Waste is a serious issue in Africa here. A very, very serious issue. So how we will pull the organic waste in our street? We give that insects and then we get fertilizer. So we need for treat that one with high level of seriousness. And then the stakeholders also need for put hands on deck for make help farmers they understand see specifically where they do swamp where they plant the rice na the lowland. Either na inland valley swamp or lowland or bully land or whatsoever. Na then side and day. We get fish na they water then day. We get other organisms na they water then day. What do they use? Na inorganic fertilizer would they use? And the fertilizer they interfere with the atmosphere.
And
we're
I
not
think
favorable for them.
Also important for the productive cycle of the fertilizer because if they not get something for feed on. As time they go, then go be extinct. You know, go get no side for feed them again, for like breed them. But if you get waste way, go the way you feed them, because more time answer if you not getting for it's obviously get for die. But if you get waste way you actually go use for feed them, then it will increase on the reproductive cycle.
The truth of the matter is, waste not they done. Oh, don't beat rest. They husk they. Now waste. When they don't process the banga, they don't pull them. That in balance, we they call them palm kernel cake. Now waste. Where you don't harvest your bass, or even where you cook your bass, where you don't cut that imbalance already. Now waste. So waste, they increase as the population they increase and the demand for food they increase. And in fact, the code they see so now, farmers they get more interest for going to processing and production. You go to the market and they see so many vegetables, so they run out. So the waste it is. I think the biggest question we really face right now is that how we able to get that waste from the market and bring it to a facility. That's really just the tricky part of it.
So now the government will don't pass the fertilizer policy, and it also set up the National Fertilizer Regulatory Agency, but in all operational as entrepreneur, how this policy on environment they affect innovation like you own?
I think say the in any way, the National Fertilizer Regulatory Agency is very fine. We need to get standards on whatever we operate on. If the National Fertilizer Regulatory Agency cable watch me fertilizer and certify them, say this fertilizer is fit for Kana Salone market, I can rely on that certification and export me fertilizer in other partner of the world. But if we not get them, so would I be able to certify?
Operational.
It's not the question to the side of the government and the responsibility that.
Yeah, but it also will affect you.
Yeah, of course, it affects you. But what do we do, honestly? We not just rely on the National Fertilizer Regulatory Agency. We also work with other bodies. For example, like SLY. If we get with product, we take them to SLY. SLY will not test to products. We don't test to products. We account for independent analysis results they show to farmers them. And SLY is the body dandy we in charge of all the research stuff. So if SLY says this fertilizer now this is composed of and it's very good for farmers them, for Salone level, I think it makes more sense. But I just pray that the one day they in charge of the fertilizer regulatory agency go listen to me and go pick up this and see the cable push. But I think the National Fertilizer Regulatory Agency being in existence is the bingo, honestly.
So Salone they try for reach for 50 kilogram per hectare for fertilizer by 2029. But now we only use 2.7 kilogram per hectare. You feel say on a fresh fertilizer from insects them can help for reduce the gap and support smallholder farmer them?
Yeah, of course. In fact, what I be tell the ministry when I be did yesterday that we need for develop a framework, a mechanism wherein we fertilizer the complement the inorganic fertilizer. What I mean about that, Andy? If the farmer need 50 kilogram of the inorganic fertilizer, let's not put that into percentage, 100%. We're able to source for the farmer get just like 20 or 30% of that one day, and then they get with product at 70%. What with products they do in this case? With product one, they will help the farmer for effectively and efficiently use that 0 point or whatsoever kilogram we get. Because we phrase, it hold the fertilizer. You understand? And they help the fertilizer they release at a very slow pace where the plants they get them. In case we rain come, like for the normal circumstance right now, where the farmer apply, if rain come in the leach, which we phrase, if even rain comes safe, in the leach. You understand? So like if phrase go be that kind of complementary stuff, because now for long get that kind of quantity we'll go for provide for farmers, it's very challenging. It's a huge quantity, honestly, considering the circumstances you saw about that. But we'll be able to provide.
See, like other countries, they like Rwanda and recently Gambia, Ghana. Then they use snail and also like redworm for make organic fertilizer, like what you do. So I don't know if Yusuf gets you want for look at that dimension there.
No, actually, I need to change my research line.
Okay.
the research line I applied entomology and just see how best insects can be instrumental to society. That's just I can be interested for learning about what they go on and what they are. But honestly, I'm really just focused on that's my research line and that's what I focus on. And I get that belief in this it will work. So that's it.
Hopefully. Then climate change again, another big issue. Which role insect-based farming they play for affect the effects them of climate change? And Phil said the use of insects can also be detrimental to the environment.
The climate don't change. Because the climate don't change and Salone a tropical country and the rate at which the country, the hot, it just they increase every day, the insect population they multiply. Which means we therefore continue to get more pests, get more insects, because the environment just be perfect for insects. You do understand? So why not we use this opportunity, the beneficial insects, and we work on them and introduce them to society? In the same line of climate, that now one I tell you that the climate just too perfect that insect population get for boku. People in the sea like mosquito them. Mosquito no they ever do. They just they continue for camp because the climate just perfect for them. Insects no get like mortar man, na cold-blooded organism. Then they depend on the environment for their survival. So since your environment is perfect, we get more insects, we get different insects, they come at all time. So now, if we compare we approach to other approaches, for example, we want for talk say we need for stop for use other fertilizer them, that insect-based fertilizer we use. The waste, let's start with the waste, the source we get. If you left the waste na street, the contribution where they make, the emission, the methane where it emit, if you decompose them more, or you just left and so, is far higher than where they take and feed insects. Of course, the insect they contribute, but not significant. So which means the insect farming na a way for mitigate greenhouse gas emission. One contribution to that one day. Yeah, that one. And then two, the climate don't change. We already be affected. So we need to explore the opportunity for see how best we can expand on them. Lord, just use the insect phenomena for the solve the problem because they never for the part of we. That's it. And then climate change gets indirect effect. It gets indirect effect on farmers. And for instance, when they get extreme like continuous rain, abnormal rain, you don't understand. So when they use inorganic fertilizer, we soil in this country now altisols and oxysols. What does they mean? The unity between the soil particles they be very weak. So small rain will come, it parts them away. And then when you continue for add inorganic fertilizer, the organism already in that soil for build up this particular soil, they kill them. So what do fertilizer they do? Fertilizer is okay, they make for improve on the resilience of the soil for withstand harsh climatic condition. Let's say the sun they come out, because the sun they come out abnormal right now. They get continuous sun where they come out. With fertilizer, you're going to keep that particular soil environment moist and calm for other living organisms. Them.
So in other way, the insects then they contribute for mitigate climate change.
Of course.
Actually contributes to the effect.
Of course.
So we'll continue this discussion back. We'll continue discussion after this short break. Stay tuned.
Every season, I dey work from early morning at this farm. I dey sweat say, but look the rest where they come out bar. Small harvest. But younger look your own farm bar. You dey harvest boko. Tell me ba, my sister, what's in your secret?
Not so secret, Philip. This is simple. Na smart farming.
What do you mean? You mean say I know they use made pan this work?
No, but not so that I mean. Smart farming just means say you dey do the right thing wey go make you harvest fine. Like the first thing when I for use better seed them for plants, then go fine and quick back. Then when you plant, you for make sure say you space them fine, so they not go too choke and then go get space for grow.
Oh, yes, that makes sense. Now than they no more. Waiting again for double. I really want let me harvest come out fine like you own.
Well, you for manage the water back. Where you the water you farm, you know for just turn am anyhow. You for make sure say all side get enough water. Then I be want tell you today we been dey burn bush yanda na that land for make farm. That's not fine at all for the soil because it dey spoil all the thing dem na the dirty wey go make you farm comot fine. And you no for use chemical, you for use organic fertilizer wey natural. That go make you rest comot fine.
So all this thing are the wrong thing I been on dey do. I really not been dey use milk and this work so. Young outside police sense.
Na one project wey name Regional Rice Value Chain Project (RRVCP). Na dem bin can talk to we the farmer dem. Then give we seed dem, fertilizer, and then show we wetin and wetin we for do for make we farm comot fine.
Thank you, Yanga. Me sef don learn smart farming today. I go do all wetin you don show me for make me own harvest comot better.
Welcome back. We're still there with Mohammed Savior Samu. Plenty thank you for where you still there with we. Now, plenty people they fear insects them. We don't talk about mosquito, the black fly we mentioned, the beetles, the crickets, even though some man they eat and some man also they shy away from them. How you don't like dedicate yourself for teach and educate farmer them and the public how for understand say insects them na assets not to get.
Firstly, like now, unable to get direct connection with farmers right now. So we do assignments very well. We want to engage the stakeholders them. We dey at the helm of our cultural affairs. We want to engage Slary Law no, we say they do right now. We complement it to what they do. We want to engage Ministry of Agriculture Law no, we say they do right now. We go complement it to what they do. We want to engage Jala University and all of them stakeholders in the because we're not the new key, not the new block. So once we don't do that engagement, we don't understand exactly the parameters. Now we work with them for incorporate with solution into the existing solution. So they appear like saying, we know more the good one. We get that full kind backing. If Sly go talk to farmers and they tell the farmers and say, this is happening because they already know. If the ministry staff, the extension agent, they get for go to the field for go talk to the farmers, we never need for they can tell the farmers about what they happen. If Jala University they engage the student them about that and whatsoever, they say they tell them exactly what they happen. So now that kind mechanism we don't adopt first for now. Because we are coming from the developmental point of view, honestly. So the next step after we're done ready, we put it already available to farmers them. For example, like Nakambia now, they do like field trial that they can see for themselves.
Now, only Cambia, you operate or you operate in other parts of the country?
Nakambia first we don't establish.
Okay.
Now they will do a pilot project. And then with the big five now, they can do a big facility in Freetown.
So you're a well-rounded researcher from your days in Jala to your Erasmus Mundo scholarship now the Europe. Which role you feel say research they play in the field where you do and how you feel to say people need for like embrace research, especially people everyday into the agribusiness?
Firstly, for tell the farmers and say we get insects where they provide fertilizer and claim. Now only research they confirm that one day. Now claim would they make. You don't go able to confirm that claim day. Now only the researchers enough for go see what they happen and then get some results, some science, some data and prove say what this man talk not true. I don't tell you say, for example, the impact we get on the field with fertilizer, they outperform who say will not apply fertilizer. Now only researchers are able to come and do like scientific, planning, and they get some other few questions the way they ask for validate that one day. Because when you don't do your research before you publish, we go to call peer review. Peer review now that you get for send out to other people and when are staunch scientists, when are expert in that field, they get for review that work and for confirm say what you say that too. So always two they talk now so. For let if first confirm say that too, na research they confirm that one day. For let farmers they accept and research get for confirm that one day. Now research get for able help me for able understand whether farmers they appreciate this stuff or not. Now research no more go able help for make I understand say me product needed. Because if research not be there for tell you the nature of soil in this country, I don't know. So now research no more they prove that. So research na the backbone. Now make me company a day into research and development.
You think say time don't reach for lay Salone entomology, embrace entomology, not just for health no more, because most of them now but mosquito them and say mosquito they make people and they get malaria, which of course not true, but also for agricultural development, just like what you mentioned.
Now make a pay me all come on you back now. Because I feel saying that the way this. And not to me feel so normal. The entire world, like people the way they lead the development, for example, the FAO and all other stakeholders, them don't realize say insects not the way. Every morning, like we get your morning coffee before I left me host for Canada, I get for read for so we say don't do that field the way they happen. So there is a lot happening in this particular field. And for Salone level, me for be that kind of possible for champion them. And I do I'm in collaboration with already existing partners. And I'm 100% sure say farmers will appreciate that one day.
Now we don't already champion them. How you intend for scale them up for meet international standard?
Interesting question. First of all, I get international collaboration. Like I tell you, when I go to the US, I go see those other researchers from the United States and look at how my idea in a Salone go beyond what they think about. So that's one, international research collaboration, we did into that. And then with research also again, if I collaborate with Sly, I collaborate with other researchers, them, we do excellent work with the publisher, the world they know about we, they go viral. And then also, if I work with the government and then we try for like change certain things, let's say for instance, in the next 3 years, we cut down importation of fertilizer by 30% with the products. That's just an excellent result and everybody will be able to see. So it's a process, and we understand the process. I really understand the process. That I'm not going to lie for you. Again, for be challenging, not for be smooth ride. It's easier said than done. But I'm fully motivated because I know see the future brighter.
And of international or national investors, them we go on for invest in insect-based fertilizer. Waiting will be your advice to them.
First of all, I want to assure they say the atmosphere free. Because for the government, the whole innovation award for look at the insect-based solution and award them as the HE President Bio Innovation Award of 2024. Now a demonstration for say the country at its highest level don't agree for accept insects. So if you're an investor, you don't need for free for can put money. Because the government, I mean $30,000 for Salone are very big money that day.
Yeah.
For the government, yes, you know we invest $30,000. We not just invest $30,000. All the other structures, SLAI, the ministry, the this and that, say will they come on board for support you. So the assurance to the investors and see the nation ready for that one day. And of course, like I tell you, I also the partner with other international people and for bringing them on board. Maybe next year they get international conference now just on insects. For bringing come other stakeholders right across Africa for discuss that one day. I sure say go most possible. Then they get for be part of my plan. So Salone, they me give for see at different lens.
And in the next 5 to 10 years, how you see the insect-based farming sector na Salone for day, and waiting we need for do now as a country?
In the next 5 years, I feel to see one, the insects fertilizer don't reduce 60% importation of inorganic fertilizer than a one. Two, the insect protein they get. It don't 100% substitute the fish meal for reduced stress because most of man say for low get fish that problem, why for go give animal level fish them. That's two. And then three, we don't introduce at an industrial scale insects for human consumption. And then four, but most importantly, when I'm here and we don't start for use insects for control of that insects. For we reduce on the use of pesticides. There is a lot about the pesticides. If I begin to talk about them, we're not good on. There are a lot of issues with the pesticides we will need for step on now. For example, they use glyphosate. Glyphosate, everybody, farmers, they just use that in this country, nobody not care. United States farmers, they don't take buyer to court. They say glyphosate, they give them cancer. Few days ago, in New Zealand, they don't confirm, say glyphosate, they give cancer to rats them. Rats are mammals. If glyphosate they give cancer to mammal, it's possible it can give cancer to human. That therefore revoke glyphosate from the market. But nobody cares about the pesticides we get in this country. So like we coming in as an insect solution will be one of the focus for ensure say which pesticides the farmers in the use and for which purpose, and how we will ensure say we mitigate that one day so that we're able to live better life.
Hopefully, we wish for see the Salone way they envision, especially in terms of agriculture. Well, now so we go end to the episode of Go Salone. Plenty thank you to we guest Mohammed Savior Samu. We don't show we see innovation or your limit. Even insects themselves can be part of the solution for food security, fertilizer shortage, climate change, and public health. As we agree, if you want for Go Salone, we need for support research, promote youth innovation, and embrace sustainable farming practice them. Thank you to we guests and listeners. Remember, agriculture na Salone in future, and the regional rice value chain project, they are for support you. Join me next for another exciting episode.
Imagine fresh local rice. We get fine color and sweet aroma. Na all man import. Imagine the money where we farmer them go make. Then imagine how this go help we economy and go better with country tomorrow. Let we support we own farmer them. Where you buy local rice, you dey feed your family and you dey make Salone better. This message is brought to you by the Regional Rice Value Chain Project and its funding partners, supporting farmers, feeding Sierra Leone.